Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dweeb Queens Cast episode. What episode is this? I already lost count.
5 or 6.
Is it 5 or 6?
5 or 6.
Well,
Not positive.
welcome to episode 5 or 6
If only we knew somebody who
of the Dweeb
like
Queens Cast.
recorded it or something.
Yeah. This is episode 5 of the Dweeb Queens Cast.
Hey,
Welcome back. I'm Tone, and with me is my other queen,
Andy.
and we are your Dweeb Queens, and we're here to talk about some stuff with you today. Some superhero stuff, to be exact. And let's start it off
Movie.
with we're going to review the movie Bad Times at the El Royale. Did you watch it, Andy?
Heck yeah, I did.
All right, so we're going to be reviewing that movie, and we'll be doing a review of First Man next week because a little someone didn't want me to go watch it without them, so I had to put it on a delay till I get back from out of town. You're right, even though you already saw it. What the heck? No, I just gotta wait till. What the hell? With Brian?
Brian.
Brian the
What am I
Lion.
supposed to do
I don't know.
with a cock like that?
You know, I don't blame you. Just put your mouth around that thing and whoop! That's a blowjob.
Suck it like a Wendy's Frosty.
Do you suck a
When it's
Wendy's
like a
Frosty?
little-
You're not
it's like a
sucking a
little
Wendy's
too thick.
Frosty. You're getting a spoon and eating a Wendy's Frosty.
What the hell?
What do you mean, what the
suck it through
hell?
a straw.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. Do you really suck a Wendy's Frosty through a
It's
straw?
not ice cream.
I know it's not ice cream, but they gave you the spoon.
A milkshake.
Kinda. But it always comes with this. But it always comes with a spoon. I don't think I've never seen anyone use a straw with a Frosty.
I use a spoon with ice cream and not with milkshakes. That's my line.
That's your line? Is a Frosty even really a milkshake?
Yeah.
What? I'm gonna ask my girlfriend real quick.
Might be slightly thicker.
I'm gonna ask.
Frosty.
Hey, Kaylia. You've had a Frosty before from Wendy's, right? Do you use a straw or do you use a spoon? Okay, there we go. She uses a spoon. Thank you, baby.
You said you were gonna ask her if it was a milkshake or ice cream.
Oh,
That's
I was
what
asking.
You said you were gonna
Oh,
ask.
is that what I meant to say for spoon or straw? Do you think it's a milkshake or ice cream? She says that's hard. I don't think she's really put too much thought into it.
Come on now.
She says it's kind of like a milkshake, but also kind of
That's
not.
right.
But it's kind of like melted. But it's kind of like melted ice cream.
That's a milkshake.
It's not a milkshake. What the fuck? Thank you.
Ice cream, solid.
No, it's solid, but I don't know.
Milkshake is to be drunk through a straw.
I don't know. You can use a spoon.
Spoon.
You can use a spoon.
No.
Like if you get a McFlurry from McDonald's, are you using a spoon or using that straw?
Straw.
What? No fucking way. What? Oh my god.
Not a McFlurry. Because that has shit in it. It's got like Oreo bits and shit in it.
Yeah, I mean, so does a milkshake sometimes.
Not a Frosty.
Not a Frosty, but they give you that spoon.
That's
Do they
what
ever
we're
give you?
talking about.
But do they give you a straw with the Frosty?
No. Because that's closer to ice cream. With shit in it.
What?
That's the line. If it's a milkshake, I'm gonna use a straw. If it's ice cream, I'm gonna use a spoon. And they got those weird like spoons with like the square handles on
They
it.
do, yeah, they do.
McDonald's.
Yeah, they do. I remember getting a lot of those. So, guys, we're here to review Bad Times at the El Royale. Not McFlurry. McFlurry and Frosty Tangent, spoon and straws aside. We're here to review. Yeah, this is a perfect segue to Bad Times because I want to suck Chris Hemsworth's dick.
Ooh.
Like a, as you'd say, a straw with a Frosty.
Yeah.
But
would you be a member of his cult?
Honestly, If he said I could sleep in his house in his bed
In
with
the big
him
house.
in the big house with him in his bed, I would 100% be a part of his cult.
Can't blame you for that.
Man, he. All right, so this is a review now. We'll eventually probably get into spoilers. It's not a super spoiler movie, but we'll talk about spoilers in a little bit. But man, he was a freaking powerhouse. Every minute that he was on screen, I loved it.
He was very entertaining.
He was super good as that character.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Chris Hemsworth was fantastic. Everyone in this movie was
Everybody was great. Yeah.
very good in it. The two main actors was I can't remember their names. It was Jeff Bridges' character, and I don't know the actress's name,
I
but
don't know her name either.
I'm gonna
She
look
has
her
an
up.
amazing voice.
She has an amazing voice, and she was an amazing actress. She was super good. Cynthia
Yeah.
Erivo. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that,
Sure.
but she was great. Her and Jeff Bridges'
Mhm.
chemistry in that movie was so good. I loved it. And
lots of twists and turns. John Hamm was
yeah,
great.
yeah, John Hamm was
Dakota
very good.
Johnson. I haven't
Dakota,
seen her in much, but
you
she
know
was
what?
really good in this.
She's doing really good. I wasn't a big fan of the 50 Shades movies, but then again, I haven't seen a lot of them. But the movies that she's been in as like now and in the near future are looking really good for her. Like this movie and then Suspiria.
I heard Suspiria wasn't reviewing very well.
What? No. I'm still probably gonna watch it. I love that director. I gotta watch it. I mean, Call Me by Your Name. What's his Luca?
Improved since I looked last. It's 76%. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
I
Luca
saw it at like
Guadagnino.
50 or something.
Wow. But then again, what's the lobster at?
It reviewed well.
It
It's
did review well.
that doesn't like it.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
but
like the Amazon reviews and shit that drive me nuts.
I guess that's true. But anyways, the actor that played Miles, Lewis Pullman, he was super good as a little bellboy. He kind of reminded me of Tom Holland a little bit. He kind of looked like Tom Holland in parts.
See it?
Yeah. Apparently Nick Offerman was in the movie. I remember seeing him for like a total of maybe a minute. Actually, no, that's not fair. Like 2.5 to 3 minutes, maybe.
Yep.
But
that was a good cameo.
Yeah. Kaylee Spaney. I don't know. She played Rose. She was a sister of Dakota Johnson's character, who was super good. I also love Chris Hemsworth's character's name, Billy Lee. Come on. No, stop! You're gonna shoot Billy Lee.
Billy Lee.
Billy Lee. I loved it. And the director behind this movie is Drew Goddard, who, man, oh man, does some great stuff. I don't think I've really seen anything that I've been disappointed with so far. He directed Cabin in the Woods. Or wait, did he direct Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
He did direct Cabin in the Woods?
Joss Whedon.
Okay, he wrote it. Okay. I was like, I didn't know if it was the opposite. Like, Joss Whedon directed it and he wrote it. And then he wrote Cloverfield. I know that. Or the screenplay was Drew Goddard as well. Cabin in the Woods was also directed and screenplay by him. I think World War Z was. I think he wrote part of it. I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know, everyone has a miss every once in a while. He did. He did write The Martian, which is a great movie, and he did the first half of Daredevil. I think. Yeah, I remember he was the showrunner and he wrote some of it in the very beginning, and then it went to Stephen DeKnight. But he did Bad Times at the El Royale, which it was also very beautifully shot. It was a very pretty movie. There was one scene with Billy Lee where he was on the beach, and even with him and the flowers, like walking through the meadows, and man, it was so gorgeous. I don't know who the cinematographer is on it, but did a very good job. I'm gonna look him up.
He's supposed to do X-Force, right?
Yeah, he is supposed to. If that movie ever sees the light of day, I mean, who really knows? I hope it does. I think it'd be really good. Drew Goddard is done. Hasn't really let me down or anything. I like
Yeah,
all
and
this
the
stuff.
Deadpool team has good writers, so
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But yeah, El Royale, it was kind of Tarantino-esque, not entirely, but like little hints of it, kind of like The Hateful Eight. It kind of reminded me of that in a way,
yeah,
but not. It wasn't like you take
similarities.
inspirations from people.
Hmm.
It's not a direct like copy, but it was. He did it very good. I was entertained throughout the whole movie through and through. There wasn't really a like moments that I was like, ugh, this is boring. Like I'm a little let down. It was all pretty. Kept going up and up and up.
I agree.
I think.
It's
Uh,
very entertaining.
it was a very entertaining movie. The
It was kind of it was a good like mix between like being a good like popcorn movie and like
a thriller.
yeah,
Yeah, a good
it,
drama murder thriller. I suppose.
you don't gotta like invest too hard or like you're not crying in this movie. Uh,
Yeah,
but it's also very well made
yeah, but it
and
had
stuff.
emotional moments in it too. That
I don't know
the
if I got emotional at
not
all.
emotional, but like just kind of like sad. It's kind of a spoiler, so I won't say it. But it was kind of close to the end of the film. You know.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. The only thing that really bothered me in this movie was the guy that was vaping in the fucking movie theater,
Ooh,
and I could see the smoke, and I just could not stop looking at it. He would just blow out this fatty
what
cloud.
a douche.
I hate it. He was an old man. I'm like, oh my god. And I was all the way in the very back, and he was like kind of in the front. And I'm like, this is so annoying. And then the music in this movie, the score, fantastic. All the music that was chosen in this movie was great. Loved every moment of
Yeah,
it.
it's
The
really good.
the part where Billy Lee starts to dance,
Uh-huh.
uh the song they chose for it, really good. This guy starts clapping and humming obnoxiously loud
Oh God.
on the song. And I love that scene of him dancing, but I couldn't like give my full attention to it because this guy just was like, hmm.
Well, this is like the best scene of the movie, and like I
It
ruined it.
ruined it. I'm like, why? This is like, I mean, the whole movie was great, but that was the one thing I really loved in that trailer was him dancing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I
That
wanted. I'm glad I saw it, but
sexy sway.
still, but still.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, those tangents aside, it was a good like noir movie. I liked it. It was good.
It was a
Um,
fun watch.
it was a fun watch. How long was it? It was like 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah, like 2 hours 22 minutes.
220. Yeah.
Um, that's pretty good. I
Didn't
didn't.
feel
Yeah, it
long.
didn't feel like it dragged on at all. Like everyone's little like character had perfect little chapters, I guess. Like anytime it'd go into their backstories and stuff and like switch from like room 7 to room this to room this to like tell each character's story, I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
And
that
it
was
made
really
each of
neat.
them more like likable.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, you think when you first see them, like, oh, they're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, uh, and then as they show their backstory, they've all got kind of nobler uh motives.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Makes you care about them more.
yeah, I was connected to about every character. I liked them a real lot. My favorite character was I love Jeff Bridges like in anything. I love him. Just one of the
Yeah.
best. But I loved Chris Hemsworth as Billy Lee. There's something about it that I just could not like stop being entertained when he was
Hmm.
on screen.
You want to hate him, but
But I like he was so good as that bat. I kind of hope he plays more villains in the future. He was very good.
he's got the range.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's not a big surprise in the movie of how good he was because I know he's a talented actor, but like of this type of character, he pulled it off super well, and I hope he does more of it in the future. But him and Drew Goddard have a pass, and I'm glad that they do, or else, I loved him in this movie. I loved literally this is a good for one of my favorites of the year. I had a great time. Not this whole movie.
Yeah.
I buy it as soon as it comes out. I'll buy it.
I don't know if it's a buy for me.
Really.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably
get
top 15 this year.
yeah. I get those too. Where it's like I have favorite movies, but I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah.
I get those a lot, but this one I'll buy just because there's something about it that I really liked. What's the score that you'd give it? You can go letter grade or number score out of 10.
I don't really like letter grades for rating movies.
Mhm.
Just because like of how it relates to like school grading.
I guess that's
Because like
true.
an F could be like a 59%,
Mhm.
which just you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Pretty good.
Yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, I'd also give it the same thing. If anything, if I had to go above you, I'd give it like an 8.3, like an 8.3
Yeah,
out of 10. Super fun movie.
very
Everyone should
solid
check it
watch.
out. If you're into thriller and mysteries and murder noir movies, then this is a movie for you. Also, it's a cool concept between the like California and Nevada hotel
Hmm.
aspect of it. I love that. I thought that was really neat. Just it's kind of a different take on a movie,
Yeah.
which it feels fresh, and I really like it. I dug it. So everyone should go check out this movie. I recommend it. I think Andy recommends it.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's our review on Bad Times at the El Royale. And I know we won't review it, but you can give your thoughts on First Man. What's your like initial thoughts of First Man?
Uh, so I saw them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sounds like
Bad
a good
Times
day.
and man, it was a good day. Uh,
I wish.
my theater going experience to First Man was worse than uh than Bad Times, which was unfortunate.
Damn.
Like people, it wasn't like as bad as yours, like
Yeah,
people clapping and shit.
and
But
vaping. You sure?
yeah, uh, just people like getting up a lot, and it's a much smaller theater. I went to the theater. I won't name towns, but the one to the south,
Oh, okay.
uh, the smaller one, and
Mm-hmm.
it was very noticeable every time somebody
Yeah.
opened the door and
Damn.
the light came in, and there was like a beeping. I don't know what it was from. It's from like a watch or something, but
Oh.
it was quiet. But like I was noticing it through the entire movie.
Yeah.
Um, but it was a fantastic movie. I've loved everything Damien Chazelle has put out.
Yeah.
Um,
One of my faves.
Whiplash and La La Land are two of my favorite movies like ever. Probably
Mm-hmm.
top mm, top 50 maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, and this was right up there quality wise with those. I just the emotional weight of everything. Uh, like everything that they actually went through. It was a good like you know patriotism moment as well as like hitting a bunch of emotional beats
Yeah.
really well. Um, it, yeah, I liked this movie better than Bad Times.
Okay.
Um, it yeah, really loved it.
Well, I can't.
I won't go too much farther into
Right.
it.
Yeah. We'll have to review it and talk about it as soon as I'm done watching. Because I also
Very
love
good.
Damien Chazelle. We drove an hour out of town to go watch La La Land because they weren't playing at our theater,
Hmm.
and I don't regret it. That was a good. La La Land was a good movie, and I'm glad we did it. It was awesome.
Fucking love that movie.
Yeah. So I'm excited about anything Damien Chazelle does. Really, he has made some really great movies, like Drew Goddard with Bad Times. That's like director. Like it's mostly directors. Like actors kinda get me excited for a movie, kinda, but it's mostly the directors that really get me excited for a movie. The directors and writers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when when Blade Runner 2049 was announced with Denis Villeneuve and the Roger Deakins as a cinematographer,
Yeah,
and then at the time the composer, which also that gets me excited too, was why am I forgetting his name right now?
Johan.
Johan Johansson, who I adored, but it became Hans Zimmer, who I also really really like. So with like those three things got me really excited, and then they got a stellar cast, which
Mm-hmm.
boy howdy, but that's a different
Harrison
episode.
Ford
Yeah,
back.
yeah, but that's a different episode.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, we'll review that movie when it comes back. How is the sound? How is the score to this movie?
It was great.
I knew it.
I'm not positive who composed it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let's see.
interested to see.
Um.
Justin Hurwitz, I
Oh,
believe.
that's the
He
composer of all
did.
of his other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's it doesn't really surprise me. He is a great composer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, with his past two movies being focused on music, like
Yeah.
it's very impressive how good he's done.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to
I
watch First Man.
I
Damn.
would love to hear uh Johan Johansson's original score for Blade Runner
I know, me
before they
too.
changed it to Hans Zimmer.
Me
I
too.
don't know if they ever like released it or planned on releasing it, but
I don't know.
I fucking love what we got. I mean, like
Yeah, it's
that.
one of my favorite
It's
soundtracks.
amazing.
But
But
like just
I'd like to hear it.
Johan's was with Arrival. Oh my god.
Mhm.
That like rocked my world of a soundtrack. I listen to
What?
that
Uh,
pretty
that
frequently.
Annihilation?
Uh, who did
I don't think
Annihilations?
that was him.
No, I don't think it was. Who was the composer for that
Is
movie?
that what you said?
No, I said for Arrival.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said.
no, he did do
Yeah,
the score
Arrival was great.
for Christopher Robin though, which that was good too.
I never saw it.
It was good. It was a cute movie. Give it that. But yeah, First Man, we'll talk about it next week. All right, thank you guys for listening to this week's review. We'll catch you guys in the next one with our other reviews. Love you.